Guys, this courtroom case kicked off with intense details about where the children were placed and how quickly the judge stepped in to protect them. The tension is real as everyone learns the kids are living with their grandmother, and the court is closely watching every move.
It's Jordan. Sorry, it's a new phone and I'm trying to figure it all out. I had to re-download the Zoom.
Okay, all right, thank you. So for the record, Ms. Parrish has also joined us now. That's all the parties. Mr. Albee, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would call Mr. Tim Koval.
Okay. Mr. Koval, you swear the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, thank you. Mr. Albee.
Thank you. Mr. Koval, you're a St. Francis Ministries permanency specialist.
Yes.
In that capacity, you are familiar with Jaylee, Madison, and Calvin, who are the children the subject of this suit?
Yes.
And where are they currently placed?
They are placed with their maternal grandmother in Gray County.
And is that placement meeting all of their needs at this time?
It is. All three children are doing very well.
And is the maternal grandmother making sure that all three children are appearing at all of their medical and dental appointments?
Yes.
Any concerns that you have with that placement at this time?
No concerns at this time.
Children's mother is Jordan Parrish.
Correct.
And Ms. Parrish was ordered to work services through a service plan. Has she been working the services in her service plan?
To an extent. She has drug tested as requested in December. Although she did have a positive hair test for and a UA that was specimen adulterated for pH. She did not test the month before that when requested. OSAR, she completed one OSAR assessment that recommended that she go to an outpatient with daily recovery services. She did not do the outpatient with daily recovery services. We, at her request, did another OSAR referral because she said that she would like to do inpatient. An appointment was set, and she did not take the phone call when Linda Dudley of TPC called to do the OSAR assessment. Individual counseling, she has been attending counseling. There's been some cancellations, but she's attended, I believe, 5 or 6. And then she's asked to be discharged from that counseling, which the counselor is not in agreement with that. She says that she wants to do her own private counseling. So that's where that stands. Couples counseling has been suspended because she and the father are not together. And so we have not required her to do the couples counseling at this time. RBT, we put her in the December class, or tried to, but it was full. And the January RBT is actually today. So it was in conflict with our court hearing today, but I've got her in the February RBT. And then there's a TPC mental health evaluation that she has not called and scheduled to do that. She is employed. She has not provided me with proof of employment, but she states that she is employed as of early this month with a CDL school doing office work in Gray County.
Have you talked with Ms. Parrish about the things that she needs to complete to be able to, for consideration for her children to be returned to her?
I have, and we had a conversation yesterday that was abbreviated. She does tend to get agitated when I'm trying to talk to her about the things that she needs to do. She gets agitated and frustrated, and she abruptly ended the call yesterday as I was trying to talk to her about the TPC and the OSAR and the counseling. So that conversation didn't end particularly well, but I have talked to her about what she needs to do. And she claimed yesterday that she had confusion about OSAR and TPC and thinking that they were the same thing when they're not. So we clarified that with her yesterday.
Are there any additional services that you need to ask the court to order for Ms. Parrish today?
I would like for the court to order her to drug test today because she's not drug tested in January as of yet.
What type of drug screen
Just a UA
and where at?
at Prestige in Pampa.
Would you agree with me that because of the concerns about drug usage and the failure to have a negative drug screen, that it would not be safe to return the children to Ms. Parrish today?
I would agree.
And it would be contrary to their general welfare to do so?
Yes.
James Griffin is the father to these three children,
Yes, he is.
and he was also ordered to work services. Has he been working the services set forth in his service plan?
He has been working some of those services. Just a quick rundown of those. He is providing housing and employment. He's been employed since the October timeframe up in the Groover area. OSAR is being set up with Linda Dudley for him to do that appointment with them. Individual counseling. He gave me a name of a counselor in the Groover area that's not contracted. So we've been jumping through some hoops to set him up with that and get the reimbursement situated with DFPS. He actually has that appointment set up for this week to begin counseling, and we've provided the counselor with the form that she will need to fill out on an ongoing basis to get the reimbursement from DFPS. Couples counseling, like with Jordan, that is suspended. Not asking him to do that at this time. RBT, again, February is when he's scheduled to take the RBT, because the one for January is scheduled for today. And then he has not done the TPC mental health evaluation as of yet.
The judge and the department make it clear that neither parent is ready to safely take the children back home yet. Immediate drug tests are requested, and everyone agrees returning the kids now could put them at risk.
And again, have you talked with him about the things he needs to do in order for the children to be returned to him?
I have, and he's aware of the things that he needs to do. I would also add on drug testing that he tested on December 31st. His hair test was negative. His UA was dilute specimen. And if I could circle back to Jordan just for a brief moment, we asked for, a UA test today to be ordered by the court. We would also ask that if that test is positive, that there be a suspension of visits or a change to supervised visits. Because right now the supervised visits are by placement. We would ask that if they continue, that they would be supervised by St. Francis.
All right. Let me back up with Mr. Griffin. Are you asking that he drug screen today?
Yes, I would ask that he be asked to drug screen today as well.
And would he drug screen in Pampa also?
I believe Pampa's a little bit closer than going to Amarillo, so yes, I would ask him to test in Amarillo. I'm sorry, to test in Pampa.
And would you agree with me, because of his process has not gotten very far with all of the services, that it would not be safe for the three children to be returned to his care today?
Right. Yes, I would agree.
And contrary to their general welfare to do so?
Yes.
All right. Talk to me. You mentioned some visitation. Talk to me about what visitation that Mr. Griffin and Miss Parrish have at this point in time.
Starting with Ms. Parrish, she has had visitation at the placement, which that's her mother, in Gray County on Tuesdays for 1 hour. And that, she's been pretty consistent with making those visits. There have been a few times, such as she sort of unexpectedly went to Dallas and stated that she was doing a 1 week treatment program in Dallas at a place called The Haven. I don't have verification of that, but I believe she may have missed a visit while she was out of town. For the most part, the visits have been happening with regularity, and there haven't been issues. Every now and then, she and her mother might have a brief argument as she leaves, but the times that I've supervised the visits, they've gone well.
And
and
Mr.
then
Griffin?
Mr. Griffin, we scheduled a visit in December, shortly before Christmas, for him to come to Pampa, and I supervised the visit for 2 hours with him and the children. And I have the referral to set up St. Francis visits that will be supervised that should start next week.
Thank you, Mr. Coble. Are you asking finally that the department remain as temporary managing conservator of these 3 children and parents continue to be ordered to work their services?
Yes.
Thank you. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Thank you. Tim, this case involved drug use. That's why this case came about, correct?
Yes, Judge. The youngest child, Calvin, was born and tested positive, as well as mom, Jordan, tested positive.
All right. And from what I've heard and from what I read in the report, mom said she'd do inpatient. She'd rather do that than daily recovery. But so far, has she done anything to deal with the drug issue?
No, I don't believe so, Judge. We've been concerned about her sort of wanting to do her own path on this. She did go when she and James were still together. They both unexpectedly went to Dallas and said that they were going to do detox and rehab, but the detox facility discharged her because she was not cooperating and wanting to tell them how she wanted to be treated. And so
object to hearsay to all that.
Who's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Lorenzo, I was objecting to comments that he's saying. I guess he reached out to that detox center. I'm just going to object to hearsay.
I did not say that I reached out to them. Jordan told me that she left the detox facility because she was arguing with the staff.
Okay, overruled. Go ahead, Mr. Albee. Now, you didn't have anything else, correct? Okay. All right.
Sure.
So, I mean, Tim, basically, she's not dealing with the drug problem yet, and that's the reason we're here. Is that's a fair statement, isn't it?
That is a fair statement, Judge.
Okay. And I guess if she hasn't been made aware, somebody should make her aware that this court does not return kids to parents who have drug issues and haven't dealt with their drug issues. So now, Mr. Griffin, last time we had a hearing, he was still incarcerated. You said he kind of picked up in October. Is that when he was released?
It was in the October timeframe, Judge. Yes.
Okay. And I read in some report that he had done a 9-year sentence for drug-related charges. Was that how? Did he come out of? Did he get discharged after finishing that sentence, or was he incarcerated for something else?
His incarceration most recently was because of an older tampering with evidence charge.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Ms. Lucero, questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Mr. Coble, you stated, could you repeat, please, what the issue was with Jordan's last QA?
The comment that was on the drug test was specimen adulterated pH.
Okay. Do you know what that means?
The mother claims she went to treatment in another city, but there's no proof to back it up. The judge quickly points out that she still hasn't truly dealt with her drug issues, and excuses won't bring the children home.
I mean, adulterated pH. I mean, what does that mean?
My understanding of it is that there's a certain pH balance that is expected to be found in a true urine specimen that's provided at the facility by the person who's being tested, and that this was outside the acceptable range of the pH level.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Coble. Did you talk to Jordan about that test? Has she mentioned to you that since she had Calvin, that she's had an ongoing medical issue?
I'm aware that there is an ongoing medical issue with bleeding post birth. I'm not really an expert on drug testing, so I can't say whether pH would be related to that or not.
Okay, I just want to clear that up. Now, as far as I know the judge was talking about her not addressing her drug issue. Did Jordan share with you, and I can ask her, but just to save time, has Jordan shared with you that she doesn't feel that like online, like counseling, virtual counseling for drug use is beneficial for her, and that's why she was hoping that she could do maybe an in-person counseling for drug use or inpatient, an outpatient, but in person is what I'm trying to say, or an inpatient. Has she expressed that she feels that she could do better with that?
He's expressed that.
Okay.
Um,
Now, let me ask you this. If she's on Medicaid currently, can she, the department's not going to oppose her locating a an inpatient treatment or an outpatient in-person treatment for her, right? I mean, if she finds one that's credited, then the department's not going to have an issue with her attending there. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So as long as if she finds one, if y'all can help her find one, but if she finds one on her own, she can reach out to you and say, hey, this is where I'm going, and provide that information to you and to me. And that'll be sufficient.
Yes, if it's an accredited facility, we just want her to get the help that she needs, and she tends to be resistant to the things we are asking her to do in the way that we would like her to do it.
Okay, but now, like I said, we're all here today, so I'll talk with her after this hearing about that. Now, the RBT for February, do we know yet what date that's set for?
Yes, February 18th.
Okay, and then the TPC, you stated that she did discuss with me that she had some confusion about the TPC and the OSAR, but she just needs to reach out to TPC to set up that that mental health evaluation.
Yes.
Okay, and then as far as the hair follicle that you talked about that was positive, would according to your records have her numbers came down from the last hair follicle?
I would have to look at what the previous hair follicle was. I know that the number on December 31st was 2,253 was the level. I'm not sure what the level was before that.
Okay. Now, as far as y'all requested that if she tests positive on her UA that she's supposed to take today, that her visits be moved from the maternal, I guess, grandmother over to CPS to assess it. I mean, to supervise those visits. What if it comes back the same way and we're as the last test? What if the UA comes back with the same type of results? What happens then?
I guess I would leave that to the judge to make that decision.
And the reason I ask, like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm definitely not an expert on any of that. But if her bleeding issue is causing problems with her UA, then, I would just like the department and the court to take that into consideration. That's all the questions I have, Your Honor. I'll pass.
Thank you, Mr. Michelson.
Thank you, Your Honor. Tim, you've testified as far as housing and employment. Would you say that James is very motivated to get his services started and completed?
Yes, he contacts me and discusses his services and wants to pursue them. So he seems to be motivated.
Okay. And would you say he's kind of frustrated about not getting them done as fast as he would like to get them done?
He has expressed some frustration, and we, had some issues over the holidays with just the getting things lined out because of the holiday schedule. But we seem to be on track now with several of those services, getting them started.
Okay. And I wasn't really clear about the OSAR with Dudley. Has he scheduled that, or is that needing to be scheduled?
That's something that she will schedule with him. She will contact him. She has his phone number. I've sent the referral over to her, so it's on her schedule to call him and set a time for that.
Okay. And with regards to the TPC,
he knows how to contact TPC?
Yes, I provided the phone number for Texas Panhandle Centers for him to call.
Okay, and then with regards to visit, you indicated that his visit was in December for gift exchange with his children. How did that go?
It went well. We met at a local park in Pampa and had a good visit. No issues, other
Okay.
than it was windy and cold. But
Yeah, it
other
was.
than that, it's fine.
And then I think from the report it said that in January his visits would start on a normal schedule. Have those begun?
They have not begun, but I do expect them to begin next week. I talked to the worker yesterday about it, and she wasn't able to get it in this week, but starting next week she'll
Okay.
work that out with him.
And how often will those visits be?
They'll be once a week.
Okay, and for how long?
The lawyers go back and forth over the mother's drug test results and a possible medical excuse for why the test looked altered. They discuss rehab options, in-person treatment, and whether the department should accept her explanation.
I believe that it's set for 1 hour.
Okay. Based on his negative drug test, is it possible for him to have 2-hour visits?
I would leave that to the judge to decide whether that's appropriate.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Harris.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just briefly, Mr. Koval, with regard to the mom's visitation, is it also once per week for 1 hour, or is it more time with mom?
No, it's once per week for 1 hour.
1 hour, okay, and it's supervised with her mother. Is that correct?
At the present time, yes.
Okay, all right. And with regard to the supervision by grandma, is that going okay?
It is going well as far as she's expressed to me.
Okay. Now, with regard to dad, would you see any negative effect on the children, assuming a negative drug test, if you increased his visitation to 2 hours per week?
I don't have any concerns about that at this time.
Perfect. Okay. All righty. Judge, I think that answers my question. Thank you, Mr. Koval. Pass witness.
All right. Mr. Rehab, anything further from the department?
No, Your Honor, we'll rest at this time.
All right. Ms. Lucero, do you have any witnesses?
Yes, sir. No witnesses, Your Honor, but I failed to ask Mr. Koval a question about Jordan's counseling, if I could just follow up real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Koval, it's my understanding that Jordan is finished. I know that normally recommended is 6 sessions. Has the counselor sent out a letter or some kind of documentation stating that he or she's recommending additional counseling?
I don't have a formal letter, but I do have emails with them in which we discussed that.
Okay, is there any way you could provide that? And the reason I ask is if she were to get into some kind of inpatient treatment, how that would work with the counseling. That'd be an issue as far as attending.
Yeah, well, I would assume that if she is in inpatient treatment, then the counseling would probably be paused until she's discharged from rehab, and then it would resume.
Okay. All right, then. All right. That's all I had, Your Honor. I'll pass the witness.
All right. And I'll just state, if she gets into inpatient treatment, that's the most important thing this court wants to see. If the counseling doesn't take place, I'd much rather see her in an inpatient program than her to be seeing a counselor weekly. So, Mr. Michelson, do you have any witnesses?
No witnesses, Your Honor. We rest.
All right. Mr. Harris, witnesses.
No witnesses, Judge.
Mr. Harris, recommendations.
Your Honor, based on the testimony here today, placement to remain, it seems like it's safe and appropriate. With regard to the father's visitation, pending a clean drug screen, I would ask that the court to increase his visitation to 2 hours per week supervised. And if the mother's comes back clean, for her visits to remain. And if it comes back positively for drugs, Judge, without an explanation with the pH issue, to have those visits then switched to supervised by the department.
Okay. All right, then. Casa, anything to add?
We're in agreement with Mr. Harris.
Okay. All right, then. I will continue the Department's temporary managing conservator, continue the children's current placements. I'll order both parents to UA drug screen by 4 p.m. today at Prestige in Pampa. I'll order that the parent's visitation will be suspended if either one of them, or that parent's visitation will be suspended if that UA drug screen comes back positive for any illegal substances. If the drug screens come back negative, I'll approve increased visitation for Mr. Griffin to 2 hours weekly, still supervised. And if Mother's is negative, then she will continue her current visitation schedule till she deals with this drug problem. Now, I don't know. I have Mr. Coble. You may not even know this. I don't know if Mr. Griffin has a decent relationship with the maternal grandmother. If I always like for family to supervise visitation, but I don't know what their relationship is. But if it's something maternal grandmother was willing to do, and if Mr. Griffin wanted it there instead of supervised by St. Francis, I don't have a problem with that, but I'm not going to order it because I don't know what their relationship is. So.
Judge,
Go ahead.
I would say that the relationship is not the best.
Okay, then let's not create any trouble then. Yeah, and I'll echo what I think I've heard previously. If Ms. Parrish is, I'm hearing that we're trying to blame this pH problem with her bleeding issue. If that's the case, she needs to get some documentation from her doctor that says that's a potential problem with that, and then we'll get that off the table. Otherwise, we're going to continue to have that problem with her not having a true negative UA drug screen. So let's deal with it. If we need to deal with it, let's deal with it, or let's get it off the table and know it's not a problem. So, okay. I'll set our next hearing, a permanency hearing for May 20th, 2026. It will be by Zoom, just like today's hearing, so parties can ask their lawyers, or anyone can go on the court's online docket a day or two before May 20th to see what time of day we'll have that hearing. That will keep you from having to sit around in the waiting room waiting for us. So,
The judge finally laid down strict orders that could change everything for both parents. Drug tests are demanded immediately. Visits could be suspended if results come back positive, and the father may get more time if he stays clean. This is the turning point of the whole case. Do you think the judge made the right call here? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.